welcome to Yoga with Ashley. Today, let's start just being in a seated position, whatever that means for you. It could be crisscross applesauce, it could be on your shins, like this, or just on your bottom, however feels right for you. I like to have a pillow just to lift my hips a little bit off of the floor. You can also use a block, a pillow, a blanket, whatever feels right for you. So go ahead and just get comfy. Start to settle in. Close your eyes. Rest your hands. If you're looking for more energy, put your palms up. If you want less energy, palms down. If you want a little bit of both, one palm can be up, one can be down to kind of neutralize. I feel like I'm always needing more energy, so I tend to always have my hands up, but whatever feels right for you. So go ahead and just quiet your mind and your thoughts. Give yourself permission to let go of today and fully allow yourself to be on the mat for this practice. Letting go of anything that's happened today or anything that still needs to happen today. Just let go of that to-do list. And while keeping your eyes closed, I'll have you do a nice big inhale through your nose. Hold at the top, and then an audible exhale out of your mouth. We'll do a few rounds of that. Inhale through the nose. Sigh it out. One more time. Inhale through the nose. And sigh it out. And whenever you feel ready, gently start to flutter your eyes open. And we'll start today's practice pretty gently. We're just going to do some neck rolls. So very slowly, with intention, rolling your head and neck one way. And if you find a sweet spot and you want to hold it there for a minute, that's fine. And then go ahead and roll your neck and head the other way. You always want to keep everything balanced in yoga, keeping it even. And then do some yes and no's. And when you're ready, let's come to neutral position. We're going to inhale our arms up, and then we're going to cross them over towards our right, looking over our right shoulder. Inhaling our arms back up to the sky, exhaling, coming over to the left. Inhale brings our arms up to the sky, and exhale brings it to our heart center. So let's go ahead, let's remove whatever we're sitting on, and we are going to meet in child's pose. Taking it pretty easy right now. So for child's pose, you can do traditional where your knees are together, or if that doesn't feel comfortable, you can separate your knees and do a wider child's pose. So whatever feels right for you. I always switch it up, so whatever you want. Find your child's pose and bring your attention back to your breath. Don't try to change it, just simply being aware. Maybe your breath right now is working really hard and it's really fast. Maybe there's some extra energy or anxiety. Maybe you're feeling super calm and chill and it's slow. Or maybe it feels about what your normal baseline would be. Whatever it is, you're simply observing. You're not actively trying to change it. You're not judging it. You're just letting it know, hey, I'm aware. aware of you, I see you. And so we're going to stay in child's pose, and we're going to do a gentle side twist. So we're going to start to walk our hands to the left, and you'll start to feel a nice stretch on that outer right rib cage. So you can make this stretch as intense as you want. The farther left you bring your arms and hands, the bigger that stretch is going to be. That's actually too big of a stretch for me, so I'm going to back off a little bit. Holding here, always remembering to breathe. And then slowly start to walk your hands to the right. And you're going to start to feel that stretch on that outer left rib cage. And then walking your hands back to child's pose. A few more breaths here. And then when you're ready with your next inhale, we're going to come to tabletop position. So you want to make sure that your shoulders are directly above your wrists, and then same with your hips, like your bottom is directly in line with your knees. So we're going to do some cat-cows here. Go ahead, do them as slow or as fast as you want. So we're going to inhale, look up, arching that back. And then exhale, we're rounding that spine, we're engaging the core, we're dropping the neck. And then inhale, coming up to cow. Exhale, rounding that spine, coming to cat. So like I said, do maybe 5 rounds of breath here. You can move as fast or as slow as you want. If you want to chill practice, go slow. If you want to build some heat and some energy, go fast. And then when you feel good, we're going to meet in a neutral position, and we're going to just rock in circles. Start by rocking to the right. And then rock to the left. And then I like to rock side to side. And then finding neutral position, we're going to do a bit of a shoulder stretch. So we're going to inhale, bring that right arm up to the sky. Exhale, we're going to thread it through that left arm. Option, you can stay right here, or you can extend that left arm long, or you can wrap that left arm around your backside into a bind. So whatever feels right for you. And you can also switch up the variation halfway through the pose. Don't ever feel like you have to stick to a variation just because that's what you picked initially. You don't. Again, noticing the breath. And if you have your arm bound, we're going to exhale, bring it back to the front. With our inhale, we're going to push up, bringing that arm to tabletop position. We're going to do the same thing, but on the other side. So then we're going to inhale that left arm up to the sky, exhale, threading it through our right arm. And again, finding whatever variation feels right for you. So you can have your right arm bent, you can have it extended, or you can have it wrapped around your back for a bind. Exhale, releases that bind. Inhale, you're slowly starting to push yourself up into neutral tabletop position. We're going to do a little bit of core work today. So we're going to extend that left foot long. Then when you find your balance, I'm going to have you extend your right arm long, Option, you can stay right here if you really want to challenge yourself. You can inhale, lift that left leg, and stay right here. And you want to find your drishti, which is your gaze. It's going to be around the top of the mat. Or if you want to challenge yourself, you can look up more. The farther up you look for balance poses, the harder it becomes. So just a rule of thumb. And exhale, we're going to release that. Inhale, extend that right leg long. We're going to extend our left arm long. And again, option to bring that right leg off of the floor. Core is engaged. You're finding a gaze to help with that balance. And exhale, let it go. We're going to do that one more time. Extending the left leg long, right arm long, left leg in the air. So if you really want to challenge yourself today, you can stay here, or you can exhale. We're going to bring our right elbow to our left knee. And then inhale, straight. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, straight. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, straight. With control, slowly start to drop that. Whew. All right, my blood is pumping already. So we're going to do that one more time. We're going to extend that right leg long. We're going to extend our left arm long. You can stay here. You can bring that right leg to the air, or you can challenge yourself a little bit more. Exhale, bringing that left elbow to the right knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, straighten. Last time, knee to elbow. Exhale, we're coming down. Whew, all right. So I'm gonna have us step both of our legs back long into plank, and then we're gonna exhale, push back to downward facing dog. So this is our first down dog of class, so go ahead. You don't have to feel like be still or anything, play with it. I like to bend my knees a lot. I really like to go on my tiptoes and then bend my knees. It's honestly whatever you want. I like to extend my legs long. Maybe I give it some circles. And if stillness is what feels right for you, you can be still your whole down dog. It's whatever. I always like to encourage everyone to play. Also, a variation I like to do, I like to bring my heels over to the right, and then switch them, bring them over to the left. And that just gives a nice side stretch. So play with your down dog. And then of course, for a few breaths, find some stillness. Traditionally, your gaze is at your navel, but if that strains your eyes, just go ahead and pick a point anywhere that's not moving. And you want to be actively pushing away from the mat. You don't want to sink your shoulders in. You want to push away and breathe. And slowly we're going to walk to the top of the mat. We're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, rise up to the sky, arms overhead. Exhale to mountain pose. So we're going to do a few half sun salutations. So we're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, root to rise, all the way to the sky. Exhale, prayer pose. So we'll do that a couple more times. Inhale, up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, root to rise, arms overhead. Exhale to mountain pose. Last one, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, root to rise, arms overhead. And exhale to mountain. So we're gonna add on a low lunge to that series. So inhale, up, exhale, fall forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fall forward. We're going to bring this left foot back. We're gonna drop the knee. And then option, you can bring your hands right here to low lunge. You can bring them up high to the sky. Or if you want more of a chest opener, you can do what we call as cactus arms. So it's gonna open that heart and chest. That's a really good one. Or you can always clasp your hands behind your back, roll your shoulders back, and that's gonna really open up that chest, and it's gonna give you a slight back bend. So lots of variations to choose from. Again, play with all of them. See what works best for you. It's going to be different every single day, whatever feels right for you. Sometimes I just keep it right here. You know, sometimes I want it up top. A lot of time I like cactus. I like cactus arm a lot. That's my jam. And then exhale, we're gonna bring our hands to the top of the mat. Lift that left leg back up and bring it to the top of the mat to meet the right. We're gonna inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fall forward. We're gonna bring that right foot back now, dropping that right knee to make contact with the mat, and inhale up to low lunge, whatever variation that looks like for your practice today. And breathe. Also, if you have knees that get tender or sore, I do suggest to put a blanket down on your mat just for extra padding. I don't have one right now, but I wish I did. My knees tend to get very sore. So if yours are like that, pause this right now, go grab a towel or a blanket, just some extra cushioning. And exhale, arms to the top of the mat, right foot steps up to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fall forward. We're stepping that left foot back, dropping that left knee down again. Inhale, arms up to low lunge. Exhale, arms come to the top of the mat. Left foot steps up to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fall forward. Bringing that right foot back, right knee drops down, and inhale up. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. This time we're gonna have our left leg meet our right into plank, and then we're gonna exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Also, you can always drop down to child's pose. This is a resting pose. Whenever you want it, you can drop down. Your whole practice can be child's pose and you're doing yoga. So if downward facing dog right now doesn't feel right for you, go ahead and drop down into child's pose. So we built some heat there. So in your down dog, I'll have you inhale through your nose and then exhale, sigh it out. One more time, nice big inhale, sigh it out. Inhale, we're gonna bring our left leg up. We're gonna bring it to the top of the mat. Find your balance, and then when you're ready, we're gonna inhale, come all the way up to high lunge. So your drishti or your gaze is straight ahead of you.
your core is engaged. I always say act like you're kind of like a dummy doll and someone's pulling you up from the string. Your right leg is locked out. There can be like a micro bend in it though. Don't feel like it has to be perfectly straight and locked out. It can be sturdy with a micro bend. And exhale, bring your hands down to the top of the mat. Step that left foot back, drop both of your knees down, and then push back to child's pose. And let's breathe here for about 5 breaths. Whew. Starting to build some heat. It's definitely getting warm. And again, notice your breath now. Like I can notice that my heart is pumping a lot faster than it was at the first part of class. So noticing that difference. Inhale brings us back up to tabletop position. We're going to extend both of our legs long, and we're going to exhale, push back to downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale that right leg up, bring it to the top of the mat, find our balance, inhale, come up to high lunge. So this time your left leg is back, it's strong. I always have a micro bend in my back leg. I swear it doesn't like to straighten. Finding that gaze. Also, your thigh that is forward for this pose, it tends to like to kind of dip inwards. So you want to be actively pushing it out with that inner thigh muscle. So a good rule of thumb is if you can still see your big toe, then you're good and you're aligned. All right, exhale, bring our hands down to the top of the mat. Bring that right foot down, bring both knees down, and exhale to child's pose. Again, noticing that heart. Inhale, come up to tabletop position. We're gonna go into what is called deer pose. So I'm gonna change the angle a little bit. We're gonna start on our right side. So we're gonna bring our right leg forward, and then our left knee is going to be like this, if that makes sense. So your right leg is crossed in front of you, and then your left knee is behind you. So option, you can stay right here. You can drop down on your forearms, or if you have a block, you can drop down on your forearms on your block. You can use your block to support your head. Or if you want to drop all the way back down, I'm going to give you a side view. So I'm here. I like to drop all the way down. That's available for me. And then I like to extend my arms long. So whatever variation feels right for you. If your arms are extended and you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can walk your arms out to the left, and you'll start to feel on that right thigh, glute, butt area, it's going to stretch a lot if you come over to the left side. So if you want a deeper stretch in those hips, glutes, walk your hands over to the left. If you want a little bit more mellow of a stretch, walk your hands to the right. Ain't no shame. This is your practice. And then we'll walk to the middle. Inhale, slowly start to bring yourself up. And then we're just gonna switch our legs. There's nothing graceful about it. We're just gonna do a little swap. So now our left foot is in front of us, and then our right knee is facing like diagonally right, and it's the right calf is like behind. So I can show you on this side. So we're like this now. And you'll kind of notice that one of your sides is naturally more flexible than the other. This side is my less flexible side. So take that into consideration when you do your variation as well. It might just feel good to stay right here. This might feel like a big enough stretch. Or again, you can go down to your forearms. I love using the block to just rest my head. I love this. I do this all the time whenever I'm kind of feeling like a lazy day. This feels nice. But again, you can do that, or if you want a stronger stretch, you can drop all the way down. And now this time, if you want a stronger stretch on that left hip glute area, then you would walk your hands to the right. You'll also feel it in the left rib cage area as well. So that's a pretty strong stretch. And again, if you want it to be more mellow, walk it to the left. I'm in a kind of mellow mood today, so left side's good. And slowly with your next inhale, start to push yourself up. And then from here, we're gonna come to butterfly pose. So we're just gonna bring both of our feet together, the palms of our feet to touch. If you find yourself that in butterfly pose, your knees are like up here a lot, I definitely suggest grabbing either some pillows or some blankets for your blocks you can support your legs like this or up. I swear it'll help. Mine drop pretty low naturally, but even just having like a pillow right here, like this side feels way more supported than this side. So always play with your variations. Always play with like your blocks, your straps, your pillows. When I was a new beginner yogi, I don't know why, but I never took advantage of all of these tools that are there to help support you. I just felt, I don't know if it was I felt intimidated by it, or I felt like, oh, I should know how to do these without the support of these tools. And now that I'm more advanced, I take advantage of all these tools and I love them. They're amazing. They just they actually help you sink into your pose better. So I highly encourage you to always utilize all of your yoga tools. And these are available really cheap on Amazon. I bought like a kit, the 2 blocks and my strap. I forget how much, but it was affordable, like maybe 20 bucks or something. Yeah, so that's just my little spiel on grabbing your yoga tools. They're really helpful. Okay, so finding stillness, you can even close your eyes if you want. Option, you can stay up here, or you can start to walk your hands out. Again, you can grab your block, or if you have like a book, you can rest right here. That feels really nice for me. Just breathe. I'm just going to switch a little bit. From here, we're going to extend our legs long. And with our exhale, we're slowly going to start to come all the way back down on our mat, vertebrae by vertebrae, into final Shavasana. So laying all the way down, maybe you want a pillow or a blanket on your neck, or maybe a pillow or a blanket under your knees. And just relax. Letting go of your breath. Finding that stillness. And giving yourself some love and gratitude for showing up on the mat. Getting on the mat is the hardest part. Once you're there, you just go into it and start doing it, but the actual act of showing up on your mat is the most difficult part, and you did that today, so give yourself some love and kindness. Thank you for trusting me with your journey today. Namaste.